Okay, so let's get it started. Um, I think our original meeting was almost an hour and a half long, so I'm gonna give you the cliff notes. I'm gonna take you through this PowerPoint pretty quick, see what I can do, blah, blah, blah. So moving forward, right? All right, so first thing on the agenda is the bot bash. So the only person that was with us when we did the bot bash before was Esperanza. So everybody, this is new. It's an off-season event that happens in October. It'll be the same game, so it'll be crescendo. So we can use our bot that we have, and we drive down to Midland. We haven't officially been registered yet, but as soon as our season was over, as soon as we happened to see, that we weren't, going to Worlds or whatever, or going to states. So after our season was officially over, I got online and sent an email saying that I wanted us to be in this. So I'll wait to hear back, but I'm planning on us being in it. Um, like I said, it's in Midland, and we can use, we did well, and so I think that we would do well in this one. Now, the big difference of this is an off season event, so it has nothing to do with first, as far as like official records and whatnot. So other than that, I mean, we walked away with a trophy the last time we were there, so um, I think the odds are good that we might do the same. Okay, so if anybody has any questions about this, you can just let me know. All right. I also want to take this moment to say I'm proud of everybody on the team. We gave it our all and we did well. We advanced higher than we've gotten ever. So Mr. Whitaker was here and he chimed in on a few things about that. And so again, I'm proud of you, and let's keep on going. Okay, swerve drive is next. So I have a swerve drive system. I bought some parts that we couldn't start working on, but I'm planning on buying some more. So the bottom line is this: that I bought the swerve stuff I think for about 2 grand, right? And that was all four wheels. And I was planning on using the Neo engines, but frankly, it's kind of antiquated, which means it's kind of the older stuff. I want us to get the newer models. So if I have my way, what we're going to do is we're going to have at least two swerve chassis. We're going to have one swerve drive that is just a chassis that we can practice doing swerve drive on. We can maybe experiment with it, maybe even do prototyping with it. And then the other one is going to be our competition chassis that we set up. And then when the next season starts in January, we'll already have our base working, and then we're going to build off from that. So the thing is, with Swerve Drive, there's a lot of programming involved and it can get very complicated. So, from the other teams on the center that I talked to, they said it's a good summer project. But what that means is that I'm going to need the team to commit to working over the summer and practicing with it. It's an expensive thing and it's complicated and it's going to take some work to set up. But if we commit, then I'm confident we can get it. And I'm not so much worried about the money, although I've got a couple of irons in the fire on who I want to get to buy some stuff. But that being said, I don't want to spend what I was. Let me go back just a minute and say, okay, so I spent about 2-ish grand on it, right? About 2 grand, and the places, I mean, the teams on the center right now, they have like swerve drives that cost about $900 a wheel. And if you're not good at multiplication, $900 a wheel for four wheels, that's over $2,000. I'm willing to try to spend that much if I know that we're going to commit. Because I also stated that they were talking to me about teaching summer school, and honestly, I was thinking about doing some traveling, so I wasn't planning on it. But if the team commits and says we're going to come through the summer and we're going to work on the swerve drive, and then we're going to practice it, we're going to program it, I'll commit. I'll work summer school, and I'll stay in the area, and I won't try to travel, and then that'll be that. So if you'll commit, I commit. All right. So I'm working on getting some sponsors to handle that. All right. So next on the agenda is the summer courses at Kettering. So if you look on the screen, what I got, I've got several people that have asked me to register them for different camps that are going on at Kettering. So I got interesting intro to programming. I got FRC Drive, and I got autonomous programming. Well, the bottom line is that, oh, you know what? I'm going to take you back for a second. Let me see if I can take you back. And then I'm going to escape and go to here. The reason I was talking about Swerve Drive was pretty much right here. All right. Hold on. I'm going to mute that for a second. Okay. So there's a couple things. This right here is our first playoff match. Okay. And I'm going to play it. I'm going to mute the sound so you can still hear me talking. But there's a couple things I want to bring out. Like the first thing I want to bring out is autonomous started here, the first like 30 seconds or so. And if you're looking at what's going on, when the match officially starts with the operator, it's 10 to 26. So they had already had over twice as many points as we had with autonomous. So that's something I want to make sure we're working on. And like I said before, I got folks that are taking the programming camp with Chris and the autonomous camp with Chris. So I'm confident that we're going to get better. But if you look, here is our bot right here, and it's going straight back and forth. But then we look at this robot right here and that robot right here. Those two that are on the red team, they have swerve drive and they are just going circles around us. They are outmaneuvering us way, 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 way better. And I think that if we had swerve drive, I think it would make a big difference. Now, that isn't to say that that's the only issue here. Our arm, has to go down to pick up the element or to pick up the note, and then it has to go up. We have to monitor that it gets a certain height, a certain degrees, and then we can shoot. Those other bots, they're picking up off the ground. They're picking up the note off the ground, and then it just spits it right out, and they don't have to work on some angle. They've already calculated the angle or whatever, so it's just they pick it up off the ground, they run over it, grab it, spit it out. So I want us to have swerve drive, and I'm pushing for that. So I mean, technically we already have it, but I wanna get us something better. So I am working on that. It was like I said earlier that um, I was talking about teams at the center. There was Powers Catholic, and then there was the Meta Muscle team. Meta Muscle team isn't really a school team; it's a community team, so they got different kids from different schools. So anyway, there's Meta Muscle, and then there's Powers. Now Meta Muscle, they've got Swerve Drive with these Kraken motors. The Kraken motors cost 200 bucks a piece. But then there's also Powers Catholic, they are going to states. I mean, MetaMuscle's going to states, but whatever. But Power Catholic is going to states, and they're also poised to go to Worlds. The thing is, they just got Neos. They've got Swerve Drive and Neos. We've got Neo motors, so we don't necessarily have to spend $200 per motor for us to get get to that next level. But just like I was saying, telling the folks that were at the meeting earlier, I was like, if you could get a Cadillac, why wouldn't you get a Cadillac? I mean, a Pinto will take you where you need to go, but if you can afford a Cadillac, then you get the Cadillac. So that's what my first goal is. So that was Swerve Drive. All right, and then so then back to this here. So um, autonomous. I think that just from seeing that difference between 10 and 26 points, I think that if we take these camps, we could take that to the bot bash and it can make a big difference. I mean, just think about how many points the difference. Like I said, they had double the amount of points we had before we even touched the joystick, or over double the amount of points we had. If we work on our autonomous, and we practice over the summer, I mean, I'm confident that we can get it just as well as those other teams. And so I'm paying for all these classes. It goes back to what I was saying about committing. So I need to know that everybody on this list is going to be at those classes. Now, the FRC Drive Day camp is 1 day, so I don't know exactly what day Marlon, Esperanza, Greg, and Khalil have, because there's 3 different days. I tried to spread it out amongst the days, but I don't know. I think Kim said she wanted to spread it out, so I don't know exactly what day each of you have. So I will find that out, and as we get a little closer, the intro to programming is a several day camp. Okay, and then the autonomous programming is a several day camp. Okay, so and that's an all day thing. It's like 9 to 4 ish, and so you go there a couple days. If you're gonna commit to doing that, like I said, I'll commit to paying for it. I'm also gonna commit to doing some learning myself. Okay, so now also the place where the bot bash is, they also in December, because remember the season starts in January. It goes from January to like April. So this is for this year. It's in December. So that would be the month before the new season starts. So in December, they're gonna have some free workshops. Yes, free workshops. So I'm all in on that. I mean, if you look at this list here, they've got an intro to first. So that's like for rookie teams. Although I've got some rookie team members, we're not a rookie team. So basic machining, like Mr. Whitaker has folks in the metal shop doing things. Drive systems, intro to 3D modeling or CAD. I was talking about how we don't really have anybody on the team with some CAD expertise. So if we need to use CAD to design something, we're kind of out of luck on that. Now, we've used some things, some templates, and we've had some people do some stuff for us that we were able to do some 3D printing after the fact. But it would be really good for us if somebody would work on learning CAD, computer assisted design or computer assisted drafting. Um, if you commit to learning, I will commit to trying to make sure that you had the resources you need. So I'm planning on going to this. And if anybody else wants to go, I'll take the whole team. It's in Midland, and it's probably maybe 45, 55 ish miles away. And just to do this right here is their schedule of events. So it goes from 9. It looks like it's going from 9 to 150. I thought it was longer than that, but anyway, this thing's got classes broken up, so they're going to the different rooms. It looks like that. Does that say welding? They've got a welding class. They've got a scholarship class. So I don't know if that's actually intro to welding or not, but or maybe it's the welding room. Okay, room and time. Yeah, okay. So that's the welding room. So I was wrong. Yeah, like they got the chem lab. So they've got robot controller. They've got basic machining. They got drive systems. They got robot networking. They've got scholarships, parts acquisition, mentor meetups. I mean, fundraising. So they got a bunch of things that I'm interested in. And if we go up there, we could all split up and we could all take different classes, and then we can all meet up and kind of have a powwow about what we learned. So I'm interested in that. I'm quite interested in that. So if anybody else is interested, I'll commit to getting us there and making sure we get fed and all that good stuff. Okay. So next is awards. So when I was having a meeting earlier, I told everybody that this is the last time we're going to an event and walking away empty-handed. If I have anything to say about it, we're going to always have some award. If we don't win the event and come away with a banner, we are going to have some award that we walk away from, or that we walk away with. Now, out of there are over 18 different awards that I believe we qualify for. The rookie all-star and the rookie inspiration, I don't think we qualify for those, only because our team isn't a rookie team. It's not like our first or second year. We've been doing this, or the IF has had a robotics team, I believe, since 2015. So we're not a rookie team. But that being said, autonomous award, when we saw the autonomous, where they would have, teams would have a note preloaded, it would spit it in a speaker, then it would drive back, pick up something, and then drive back up to the speaker, spit it out, then drive again, pick up another note, and then drive back to the speaker and spit it out. Somebody won the autonomous award. Um, the Dean's List Award and Impact Award, I believe those were actually voted on by other teams or teams themselves. I don't know off the top of my head specifically, but the bottom line is that, like I said, the Dean's List Award, I believe that was people on a team were voting for other people on the team. The Gracious Professionalism Award, that's great. Gracious professionalism is something that you keep hearing with first, which pretty much just means be a good sport. And I mean, there's no reason that we couldn't have brought that home, that word home. Now, if you remember our one of our alliance partners that was 50-50, I asked the people that were here, well, who was 50-50? And they remembered that those were the cow folks. And I can't remember if they won the imagery award or the team spirit award. But bottom line is, well, besides being picked for our alliance, so they were in the finals, they they chose a theme and they committed to it. They were the cows, so they had little squishy toys that were cows. They had little cards that they gave out with dad jokes about cows. I mean, you looked at their outfits, they had cows on them. I mean, they went all in with this cow stuff. And then they made little gift bags and gave them to everybody. And I know that I was about to choke some folks for all them little squeaky cow toys that y'all were having. But anyway, we could do that if you guys committed to say, okay, we're the Phoenix, so we're gonna get like the little duck toys, and we're gonna get the red ones. I mean, it's gonna look like a duck, but maybe we'll paint it up to look like a phoenix. So we just have a red duck. I mean, we'll put wings on Andre, and he can go around, and then we'll get a flag that's got a phoenix on it, and we'll give gift bags that say fired up. They got like orange or red fired up bracelets, them little rubber bracelets that we can give out. I mean, I'll go all in. I'm planning on buying one of those button maker machines with the little stuff, so we can make buttons for Phoenix buttons, all that. So if you guys find some kind of theme that you're like, this is Cyber Phoenix, this is what we're going to commit to, then I'll commit and we'll do it. Now, during the meeting, I think Khalil asked that was I expecting them to do some kind of written presentation or written essay or something, and I was like, no, I'm saying I would like something like I'm doing here. That the team get together, they work and they decide on something, maybe write a few notes down, and then present to me and say, hey, Ferg, here's the idea we had. We're thinking we're the Phoenix, so we're gonna fire it up, and so we're gonna have with the flames, and we're gonna have with the orange, and our shirt's gonna be orange or tie dye orange and red, and we're gonna be giving out red birds, and we squeeze them, they spit fire, and okay, maybe they don't spit fire, but I'm just saying, you guys, if you guys work on that, I'm down for it, and there's an award we can win. Um, like the Spirit Award, I think the kids with the wizard kids with the hats, you know, it was just about presenting this image of being fun and enjoying being there and being down for whatever at the tournament. So I mean, team spirit. They were encouraging to everybody, and they were nice and helpful and all this and that. So um, later on, I'm going to do some research and I'm going to break down each one of these awards and say what they call for, and then we're going to make a priority about this. I mean, one, the priority is building the bot. Another priority is making sure we practice with the bot. But we're also going to do this. Okay, that's moving forward. We are not walking away with nothing again, if I can help it. Now, that being said, I don't want to make it seem like that's all we're doing this for. But no, the bottom line is these awards, this is part of the robotics competition. This is part of first, and there is no reason that we couldn't do it. The Volunteer of the Year award, um, that's about community. And I'm going to talk about an event that I'm planning to do some community stuff. But besides that, going to the soup kitchen or volunteering for the food bank. I mean, other teams do it. In fact, a lot of when you think about the times that we get help from other teams. At one point, I remember specifically several years ago that that we were getting help from other teams, and then they were taking pictures of people helping us because they were using those pictures to say, "Hey, look at us. We serve the community. We're really helpful. We should get an award." Now, I'm not saying that we got to do all that, but I'm just saying that there are plenty of opportunities for us to get something to make sure we're walking away with something. So if we don't walk away with that banner, we walk away with something. Like the creativity award, the digital animation award. I mean, we make a presentation and then we submit it. That's it. So, like here, for instance, there's several awards. So, like the Digital Animation Award. Now, this is for this season, the season that's already over. So, obviously, the dates are off. So, it was for this year, January 18th. We had to have submitted our digital animation project. The Safety Animation Award. So, you make a presentation that's about safety. The Dean's List Award, I'm not 100% sure about it, but it says that a mentor submits about their students, about the team. And the Impact Award, I also believe that's like a lead mentor or or a student submits about another student, another team member. I also remember, I think there was a mentor award. So the students submit, an award, or I mean, they nominate somebody that was impactful and really helpful. And I mean, we could put Whitaker's name out there to try to get him an award. So hey, bottom line is we've got plenty that we can do, and I want to make sure we do it. And from this list, I want to bring home something every time. All right. So next is recruitment. We need to recruit other students. You know your friends. Who do you think will be a good fit for the team? We need students who will work, follow direction, and fit well within our group. Well, first thing, Mr. Whitaker was saying that there seemed to be some people on the team who seemed resistant about bringing other people in. Well, y'all gotta let that go, okay? We need people. We have 9 people. I would like to have 15 people on the team because everybody's got different things they bring to the table, and there are a whole lot of different roles that we need to fill. You know, we need to have somebody who's doing media, so they're taking pictures and recording, and maybe even working on a website. A website is something that I'm gonna put together. And I was trying to figure it out. I'm gonna just make a free website for right now, and then once I get that functioning, I'm going to buy some space, and I'm going to buy a name. I'm going to buy the name Team 5527 and then go from there. So right now I'm going to start with just a free site. But that being said, we need to have somebody who's doing media. We need to have somebody that's doing CAD. Um, Marlon's mom was speaking about how Khalil went out there when we got moved to the top 8. How he didn't know what teams to pick and how he was kind of out there, kind of unprepared. So we need to have people who are scouting. We need to make sure that we got folks that are doing that. Now, I asked Angel to do some scouting for strategy for our next matches. So we need to be thinking about when we're there, what teams, what might we want to recruit. We always got to start thinking about that because I don't want to get caught unawares like that, caught with our pants down, so to speak, the way we did at the last competition. Now, I'm not really too embarrassed about it, but I am aware that that wasn't cool, and I don't want to put anybody on the team in that spot. And I also, like I said, I don't want us to be caught like that again. So I want to work on that. All right. So the more people we have, the more roles we can have, the more things we can do. All right. So this last thing is STEM Day, which I said was April 27th, but I was just looking at the calendar and I might need to press it back to say May. So I'll know Monday if I'm going to make it April 27th, but let me just clarify what this is. So I got some money that I'm able to spend, but one of the stipulations about getting the money was that I had to have like a STEM day. So the STEM day is just going to be a day that we're going to have at IF that's going to be about science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So I'm going to have the drones that I got. I'm going to have those flying around. I'm planning on bringing our robot here so you guys can show off the robot. I want as many team members from the robotics team to be here to show off the robot and to volunteer to help with other things. So see, here's the community event. We take some pictures. There's something that we can say we did. I want to have the concession stand open so people can get snacks. I was thinking maybe 12 to 5:30, something like that, or maybe even 11 to 5:30. And we just have, I have giveaways. So every hour, everybody comes through the door, they get a ticket. And, every hour we call out, a winner, and we're giving away like STEM projects. So I'm going to purchase several of those little box science experiment things. And then we'll, sort of like raffle those off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, not raffle, but we'll give those away, have drawings for them. Um, you know, uh, I was talking with Mr. Onika, and he was saying that he would do elephant toothpaste, maybe in the science lab. Elephant toothpaste is when you take like a 2 liter bottle and you put a couple chemicals in there, and then it's like it spits out this stuff. This kind of like when you're squeezing a tube of toothpaste, and so they call it elephant toothpaste because it's supposedly it's so much bigger than just a tube of toothpaste. Well, it's a simple little science experiment, and that's what I want to do. I want to have a bunch of things like that. I want to have the drones going. I want to have other things like that. So if you're thinking of any ideas, awesome. So I want you guys to volunteer to run different stations, and I also want you to stay so we can clean up. So that's one thing that I need the robotics team to do. So that, I believe, was my last slide. So let me go back real quick and make sure I hit everything one more time. The bot bash. That's something coming up. If we work on our autonomous, we can kick all kinds of tail going into that. We'll already be ahead of the game. So I want us to work on the autonomous. If you guys commit, I'm going to commit. Swerve drive. We need to get swerve drive going. The maneuverability is just so much better. It makes our robot 10 times better and can give us so much more potential for scoring and for awesome maneuverability. I want to, if I'm able to, I'm going to have two chassis. So we'll have a practice chassis and a competition chassis. But the thing is, I want to work on this over the summer. So you guys need to commit to that. So if you're going to commit, I'm going to commit. We got classes coming up, and there's a possible free workshop. We're going to do that. And I cannot say enough. I want us to hit these awards up. So over the summer, I'm gonna I don't know if I'm gonna make. You know what I might do is make like a book and have it at the pit. But then I also talk to everybody. Maybe about one or two awards a week, and just talk about the requirements for them and what we should do. But we are not. We are going to be working to get some of these things. I am not walking away from an event without some award. That's what our team motto is going to be. We're always walking away with something. And then we need to make sure that we're recruiting people. We need a bigger team. We got 9 people on the team, besides me and Mr. Whitaker. We got 9 people. Now, that being said, I also have I was also talking about it'd be helpful if I got some help from parents for grants. There are a bunch of grants that I could do or that I could get. Like for instance, if I found somebody that worked at GM and they helped me make a connection with GM, GM would give me some money. I've been looking for somebody that works at GM seemingly like forever, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to commit to doing better about finding sponsors. When we were when I think Marlon's mom was here, and we were talking about just the difference in teams that their shirt, the back of their shirt is full of names from sponsors that they got, and then you look at other teams that don't have that, and then you can just see the difference in the robot, how much that support makes. And we can get sponsors that don't necessarily have to give us money. We could maybe have Pizza Hut as a sponsor, or pizza Little Caesars as a sponsor, and then they just sponsor us pizza, and they just give us pizza for free, like for that. Or we get Walmart as a sponsor, and then they give us Walmart credit so we can get snacks for the pantry for free. So there's a bunch of ways that we can get assistance. So we need to make sure we're working on that. So anyway, that's it in a nutshell. If you've got any questions, just ask me later. So that was the gist of the meeting. Everybody take care, and I hope to see you soon.